Well, we wanted to give everybody an update from Select Basketball on the upcoming Montana tryouts. We know there have been a lot of questions and a lot of people rightfully concerned, a lot of uncertainty out there. So wanted to let everybody know that we're making some changes to the Montana tryout. Clint's going to go into some more details with that, but the basis of it is this. We are not able to have the Montana tryout next weekend, March 28th and 29th. We are following the guidelines that are set forth by the CDC and the different school districts, and based on those and the new guidelines that just came out this week, we are not going to be able to comply with those. So what we wanted to do in order to make this fair, just to make sure everybody got an opportunity, is we're going to try and have a virtual tryout where players will be able to submit game film online to us, and our coaches will look it over and review it, and that will be your opportunity to not only throw your hat in the ring in order to be on a team, but every player that submits it will also get an evaluation from one of our coaches. So very much like a tryout when we host them live, it's not just about tryouts and making the team. There's also going to be some feedback for you on how you're doing and some different things maybe you can work on, strengths and weaknesses, that kind of stuff. So we'll get into the details of how to do that in a minute, but Clint's going to dive into a little bit on what stuff to put in the game or on the film and the details that you're looking for.
Absolutely. So yeah, again, kind of in uncharted waters, we're going to do something completely unique. This is the first time we've ever done it, but with that being said, myself and Andy Harrington have watched hours and hours and hours and hours of film, broken it down, watching players, and know we can do a good job of making a quality evaluation for those of you that want to submit a film. And so a couple things about the film that I want to make sure that so people know what to submit. One is we would prefer an actual game film as opposed to a highlight film. The game film will allow for us to watch you interact with your teammates, play offense and defense, have some successes and some failures, just like a normal game. Highlight films, obviously, you choose to just put the great stuff, and it's more difficult for us to make a true evaluation of your game. Because part of this isn't just about telling you, here's all the great stuff you do, but also here's some things you can work on to get better. We would like to get what we're going to go with is about 20 minutes worth of film. Okay, we don't have enough time. If hundreds of these are submitted, there's no way we can watch a full game from every single one of you. So submit a half of a game, roughly 20 minutes of film. You can choose whatever film that you have, from high school or whatever. And we understand that for some of you, maybe some of you 8th graders, or some may not have film. We will even evaluate if you want to send us, maybe a workout, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Again, we know that this is something that's never been done before. We know that it's not going to be perfect. We just want to make sure we're giving you a fair opportunity and a fair evaluation in a very unique time. Also, a couple things. Make sure that when you're sending and submitting this game film that we know what number you are, that we know what color jersey that you're wearing. We're also on you're signing up, obviously we get your normal information, name, address, phone number, and all that. But put in there your height. Put in there any accolades that you have, any previous club experience that you have. We're big on statistics and academics and all of these things as well. So any information that you want to put in there that we can learn more about you, that would be fantastic. Because we won't get the opportunity to really, talk to you, have a conversation with you like we do a lot of times at these tryouts. But that information will be critical for us to make an evaluation and be able to place you on a team and place you in the correct spot.
Yeah, really, we're looking at safety, but we're also looking at how can we still give opportunities. Those are the two things that have always been the most important to us: providing opportunities, but doing it in a first class and safe way. And this is where you got to get creative. And this is what we've done for the last 20 years: is we adjust as needed, and this is no exception to that. So the way you're going to do this, if you want to, is you will go to our regular tryout registration page. You can find that by going to Select Basketball USA under the spring teams. Go down to the Montana tryouts, because we're still considering this Montana, and click on that. Obviously, this is going to take these guys a lot longer than a regular tryout would take, because if we have 100 of these submitted and each of them is 20 minutes long, that's clearly a lot of time that's going to have to be invested into it. But it's the best alternative we could find. But here's the thing. This is a great opportunity for anyone that wasn't able to make an earlier tryout or wasn't even going to be able to make the Montana tryouts, but really wants an opportunity to be evaluated and to be considered for a team. So if you live in South Dakota or North Dakota or Wyoming or Oregon or Washington or Utah or Nevada, you can submit this without having to go anywhere, from the convenience of your home, and not have to worry about actually being, I guess, in a somewhat dangerous situation. I don't know how dangerous it is, but you can do this from the comfort of your home without any risk. And that's really the important thing right now, is to make sure that we give people opportunities the best we can. The one thing we'd say is we got to have those by March 29th.
Yes.
So you got to get them in by then, because as we are moving ahead and making our adjustments for the spring, we still have to have time to put these rosters together, contact the right people, and make sure that we have our ducks in a row. And that means we need some time. So make sure that you have those in by March 29th if you'd like to be considered, and we'll take it from there. Now, we don't have to wait till March 29th, right? You can send them as early as you want.
Please send them early. If everybody sends it to me on March 29th, my goal and Andy's goal is to try and go through these and have evaluations back to you by April 1st, which is only 2 days after the 29th, so that we can, again, make our selections for our teams and get this back to you. But if everybody floods in on March 29th, it's going to take us time. I mean, like I said, the reason why a tryout is so much better, obviously we get to watch you live play, but we can watch 125 kids participate in 4 hours, as opposed to taking in 20 minutes of game film, over and over and over and over, and in different situations. But again, send them. This is a situation where we're about giving opportunities. This is a unique situation. It's a very fluid situation, and we want to make sure we're getting you feedback. It's not going to be, an hour's worth of feedback. We're going to give you some strengths, some weaknesses, 3-4 sentences worth of feedback that, again, you can go and use to work on and improve your game. But in a new situation, I mean, we're excited about the opportunity to see, hopefully, even more kids than we could have had just been a tryout. Because, again, you can do it from your house, your living room, and make sure that know that we're going to take it serious and do a great job of evaluating you.
Okay, so just to review, if you want to try out virtually, go to the website, click the link, register, and then in that you're going to include a link to your video that you will need to host on YouTube. Now, following this little segment here, we're going to give you some examples of how to go through that registration and where to put that link. We'll show you some actual on-screen stuff, but you'll submit it there, and then we will evaluate you, get your evaluation back to you, and then following about the end of March, we will start getting these rosters put together. Obviously, things are fluid. But this is one that we feel is pretty safe. It's all online, and I don't think anybody's going to be shutting that down. So it seems like a safe way to go. And regardless if you make a team or not, at least you'll get a good evaluation and might help you prepare for your next endeavor.
I just want to add that exactly that. Like, whether you make a team or not, there's a lot of value in having some people that have 20 plus years of experience in the recruiting field, helping players play at the highest level. So I do think that even if you don't make a team, there's a ton of value here that we're willing to devote to this and do a quality job for you.
Okay. All right. If you have other questions, feel free to send them our way. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing your video. Thanks.
To register, go to selectbasketballusa.com and find the link for spring teams. On this page, you'll find the registration link. Click on that to be taken to your page. From here, you'll select either men or women, and then you can either log in if you've already been here or create a new account. If you already have a player in the program, you can simply use the existing player. Or if you need to create a new player, select that option. From here, you fill out all the information on your player, including the link to your YouTube video. To share your link, go to YouTube, click the share button, and then copy the link. Go back to the registration page and paste it in this form. Continue to fill out the rest of the information about the player so that we can identify him or her in your video. Once you've filled out all this information, you can save and continue and then move on to the rest of the form.